Alright guys, hello and welcome back. It is time for the semifinal matchup. This one is going to be Epsilon Esports facing off against the Night's Watch. Now, while Epsilon Esports have locked themselves in a spot, this is still a very, very important game for the Night's Watch.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, to be honest, Epsilon Esports are secured pretty much first position. I don't think anything crazy could actually happen to them.
They're locked
that
in.
could see them lose any sort of way. So they're already locked in, but Night's Watch, if they can win this game, they guarantee themselves 60 points, which is a big boost to their standings and puts them a secure second position. If they win here and Spicy Waffles and they do well, they could potentially start looking to vie for second position as well, which will improve their standing opportunities going in to the potential relegation battles from the guys from SPL and the spots there. So picks and bans are coming through.
Bologna banned out, Thor banned out. No real surprises on those two. Ra getting banned out, however, that one is definitely a targeted ban. Serket going to be the final one. That's just general typical stuff. No one wants to see her in the jungle running around, being, doing what she does. Halfway across the map with two abilities. Kind of insane.
I have a feeling Ra was a ban there just to make sure they left something open for Epsilon to be able to take away here. They banned Bologna as well as they weren't going to be playing it themselves and they wanted to leave, make sure that take that away from Zindan. They're going to lock in Sylvanus as their top pick here. It's not a surprise to see Sylvanus picked up very, very strong, and you have to ban away Serket in competitive play just because she's still very, very strong.
Yeah. The Serket in rank play is a little bit of a gamble. It either works or it doesn't work, but when it works, it's scary. This level of play, she pretty much works, so no one wants to deal with her. It's why she's sitting on some highly absurd level of ban rate, and it's kind of silly. But that said,
Janus.
Athena Hercules is going to be locked in on the side of Night's Watch for their first picks.
Yep, Yaman is back this week as well, as is Emelito after their name changes the week before. Rama has been prioritized over all the other AD carries here, and Emelito is comfortable on his Rama play, and everyone starts to realize that Rama isn't a bad pick. He's still very, very strong and has good matchups. He doesn't really have a negative one. Maybe Anher slightly, but even then, like towards the late stages of the game, you're still very effective.
Without a doubt. He's also very safe, like we saw that last game a couple times. You pop up in your Astral Barrage, you have 6 seconds where you can just kind of sit up there and chill. It's like a very mini long duration Aegis that admittedly has a little bit of a wind-up time on it while you actually go up in the air. But once you're there, it's 6 seconds for your team to reposition, try and lock down any guys trying to kill you. And as you also touched on, gives you time for Rolling Assault to come back online so you can get the hell away from any bad abilities about to come your way.
Well, Night's Watch do ban away Bastet. I like their decision to ban Bastet here and not look towards a solo lane Bakasura ban. Ninja Dimmy's not one that's played that much Bakasura, at least in competitive. You've not seen him do it too much. So they're expecting Epsilon not to look for that Bakasura solo lane again to go up against NQ's Hercules here in this one. Now, this Athena could actually be a jungle Athena as well. Is a potential for that one to be jungle Athena. It depends what Epsilon choose to ban here as well. They're going to ban away Anher, and as I said, Anher's probably the only matchup that Rama really can have a few issues with, in terms of just the fact that he can struggle against the Desert Fury, the Impales basically, and the Desert Fury combos too as you're trying to use Astral Barrage.
Yeah, Ninja Dimmy also on that solo lane. He does tend to play more of the warrior solo laners, and after that he does then fall back to more mages that are not commonly seen anymore these days, but he's still kind of prefers those. Guan, you picked up for the solo lane, or even jungle perhaps, but probably a solo lane for Ninja Dimmy. That's going to be a lot of extra healing on that team, plus some pretty big initiation, and that armor shred can be nasty as well.
Guan Yu very underrated at the moment in terms of his abilities. He has protection shred, as you said, with Tallow Assault. He has a fantastic sustain heal as well. And his cavalry charge is one of the strongest abilities in-game at a base level in terms of damage output potential. As well as when he lands, he gets that stun as well, which can really influence a team fight. So a good front line coming out from Epsilon Esports with that pickup. Against Hercules in lane, though, he can't really avoid the driving strike because of the fact that he's got a stun attached to the driving strike, but he can avoid a nerf breaker by using Tallow Assault because it prevents knock up, knock back immunity while channeling Tallow Assault. So wave clear pretty much even between the two. And as we expected though, that's a Hercules support for the Night's Watch now. And it's a Loki versus Guan Yu lane. I love the switch up from the boys in Night's Watch there. They're going to have Athena jungle, they're going to have Loki solo, and they're going to pop Hercules in there in the support role. Good switch up there to deal with the Guan Yu. I think that's a really wise decision, and there was potential with that one. I saw Athena picked up, that Zindan will probably take that into the jungle anyway.
Yeah, at level 7 or so, Loki can pretty much just pop a decoy and never have to even go near Ninja Dimmy if he so chooses. And then late game as well, he'll just become this split push monster potentially. Not to mention, Loki's Loki. He'll have that huge amount of burst on any sort of squishy target on the side of Epsilon Esports. So there's some nice play potential coming out from these guys. A couple unusual picks. The Guan Yu solo lane, the Athena jungle, not what we're used to seeing here. So we'll have to see how all these kind of odd picks, as well as some standard ones, play out once we get into game. So, yeah.
I don't think any of these picks are really odd. I just like the decision making from both teams in this one. I mean, Guan Yu's definitely uncommon. Guan Yu's the most uncommon thing that you've seen on this game. The rest have all been played before multiple times. Guan Yu hasn't really been seen that much. The matchup against Loki in the early game, Guan Yu does dominate that matchup because he's got the heal as well. And he can also, don't forget that heal also heals the minions too, which means he can keep putting the push pressure on to NQ and keep him pushed under the tower in the early stages. His Tallow Assault is fantastic wave clear as well. We'll see how this one plays out, though. I'm very excited to see this solo lane matchup of Loki versus Guan Yu.
All right, guys. Go away, music. There we go. Hi, guys. Welcome back. It's time for Epsilon Esports facing off against the Night's Watch in the semifinal game of the Week 6 European Challenger Cup.
Yep, this is going to be a big game for both these teams. Well, when I say for both these teams, Epsilon Esports looking for money here, and also representing their new sponsor, formerly known as Pantera. This is their first week they've been sponsored here. Will Epsilon put on a good performance for them? Meanwhile, Night's Watch trying to get more and more points for themselves and give themselves a chance at automatic qualification to the Pro League fight off for those spots. At the moment, though, we're going to see some interesting matchups. We're going to see a Guan versus a Loki in lane, and we're also going to see an Athena jungle up against the Nemesis. I like the Nemesis pick from adapting here. He's going to have multiple targets to be able to steal away protections from, mainly Hercules as well as Hercules as well as Athena. Going to be able to steal most of those away and get himself tanky and slow them down too.
Yeah, I'm really liking this whole let's start back harpies. It's jungle start. They're so quick and easy to take down. It gives you a little bit of an extra lead as you get to lane as well. It also does say we don't necessarily want to go for a steal. Of course, that we're talking about it, and they decide we're going to start speed buff instead. They might have been expecting that invade early on. Athena, Loki, not necessarily the strongest, but against, well, I don't know.
No, I don't think Loki Athena's not going to have a good level 1 fight against a Guan Yu and a Nemesis. That's not going to go well from Warrior and an Assassin versus Guardian and an Assassin. I definitely favour the Warrior for that one, especially at the level 1 fight. So nothing unusual at the start of this game. Poseidon will get a little bit of push power in mid lane up against Janus, but it's not going to be too much to write home about. And in the solo lane right now, I mean, Guan Yu and Nemesis will definitely have push power over Athena Loki for at least the start of this game.
Yep, early rotation coming out from adapting as well. Not going to find a pick, but will be here for the next wave of minions to just soak these up and find a little bit of extra shared golden experience for himself. Athena not too far behind, but is going to miss out on some of this because a little bit further behind. Although I believe Xander did tag up that wave in the solo lane before he left, so probably even overall. So as these guys kind of group up, a little bit pulling back, they're going to look for these back harpies now finally on both mid lanes. Over to solo lane, kind of as expected at this point, the Epsilon lineup with that Sylvanus, with the attack speed buff, just pushing that wave, straight to the tower.
I mean, the issue is you let Sylvanus through and you're going to have to respect the fact that they're going to have wave clear up against you. The good news is with the Hercules pick, though, they do have kill potential here. Hercules and Ullr definitely have the ability to try and all in and fight, but they've got to try and do it wisely and not when the minion wave is all down. And there's a root coming out from Rafa, forcing Mox to jump away. The root does not, sorry, the pull does not connect from him there. This gives me a disengage for now.
Yeah, and right now, NQ having a little bit of a rough time in this solo lane, looking for the kill. Ninja Dimmy picks up that first blood. You touched on that heal before. Oh, you're decoying those minions. How nice. It didn't kill them. I will heal them straight back up and whittle you down and whittle you down and eventually just dive you at level 4.
It's Loki. I mean, the thing with Loki is that he uses decoy to farm, and against any healer he struggles. Against Ra he struggles because he can just heal the decoy wave and make sure they heal back up. Hell does the same thing. Chunga, to an extent, can also do the same thing. So it's a very rough situation for Loki to be in when the minions can be healed up in the lane. He's just going to be denied further and further, and it means that, you see, Loki actually came back again. NQ came back with 2 health potions, didn't actually be able to finish off that Heartseeker, which he really wanted to finish early so he can start stacking for the wave clear.
Indeed. So it's going to be a little while before Loki's actually able to one-shot those waves of minions. Once that happens, he'll kind of be safer in that lane. Left side, however, looking for the root, not quite going to find it, but once again, fortunately for Night's Watch, the attack speed buff on Raffer has fallen off, but mid-harpies are about to spawn, rotations coming out, but Night's Watch looking for a pinch.
Rafa's pinned in between 2 here. He's got to avoid a lot of abilities here. He's not going to avoid that Kraken as he smashes him in the face. Tidal Surge secures that kill for Carino thanks to the Whirlpool. The Response though from Epsilon is to take both the Harpies down though, left and right side going to drop, and so that gives the experience and gold lead still in favour of Epsilon because of that first blood and the Harpies.
I like that call by Night's Watch, though. Support's going to make that rotation about the 2-minute 45-second, 2-minute 50 mark from the duo lane over to the middle of the map. In that particular case, Rafa was so far pushed forward, it's like, is he really going to walk back to his side of the map to go to mid lane? No, we can just collapse on him by the attack speed buff. They did exactly that, and they got the kill because of it.
They did. Earthbreaker doesn't connect from Wolf of Elo Street in mid lane on adapting. He's just going to poke down the minions once again as the farming just continues to happen for now. 1-1 experience lead for 2k now in favour of Epsilon and 1,000 gold lead at this stage.
Yeah, a nice little lead for those guys. As nothing really too big coming online. NQ did complete his Heartseeker, so if he can stay alive to build those stacks up, he will be getting
both teleports. They've both taken teleport in the solo lane as well, which is really important to know. Ninja Dimmy going to be able to follow NQ around with these teleports and influence. You can see the aggression that he can put out on this lane as well, just with Warrior Tabby here and this Bluestone. He'll be able to sustain for long periods of time. The healing, Bluestone will give him enough mana to never really run out, especially because he's getting blue buff as well. Yeah. So Guan, you're going to dominate this lane for the most part.
NQ's almost at the point. The minions are down to about just 20 or so % of its health after one decoy. Another wave or two, get some extra stacks online. That is going to mean those minions will just die outright, except for the big brutes up front. They're a little more tanky, harder to kill. Athena is here. Zinner's looking for this gank on Ninja Dimmy. He's caught up, but he's not too worried. He has that cavalry charge to run away if he needs it. Just going to do some wave clear, get some experience. They're not even going to bother attempting putting aggression on him because they know they can't get that kill.
Yeah, it's going to be too hard to kill him just at this stage of the game. They need to wait for NQ to get some penetration going, get these stacks up first of all before they can really look for it. Obviously, the Loki build is pretty much what it is now. Heartseeker, boots into Jotuns. That's when by the time you get Jotuns, you've already full stacked Heartseeker. You can potentially all in someone and kill him. But in the jungle right now, adapting means Zindan. And they just look at each other happily.
Yeah. Mid lane, yeah. Carino is going for that Doom Orb on Poseidon. It's kind of more common these days. Building it up, that means that much extra burst early on. It could be a little bit risky. Poseidon has a fairly safe laning phase. He's reasonably mobile, but he has no proper big escape if he gets caught.
Ooh, NQ barely lived over, and that's had their full Talus to the face again. Going to have to base one more time in this lane. He's really finding a struggle here. It's not surprising he's finding a struggle, though. It's just this is how the matchup's going to go. But yeah, like you were saying about mid lane, I mean, the Poseidon with the Doom Orb, I think it's a really strong pick. You're just going to be very careful about your positioning and farm correctly. It's going to be hard for Janus to really get a pick on to a Poseidon 1v1. He's going to rely a lot on his teammates to really set that one up for him. And even then, the Kraken could answer back in quick response.
I'm curious if he's going to look for maybe a third or fourth item Wingblade going up against the team on Epsilon right now. There is so much initiation potential. Nemesis, Guan Yu, Janus with the portal, Sylvanus, let's face it, he's Sylvanus, the Breath of Terror, grabs, roots, and all that stuff. If Carino is basically not completely spot on, or even just slows getting applied to him like right now in the mid lane, could result in his death. He'll sneak back to tower. Exactly. Not going to be enough damage from that one. But nevertheless, we're talking about positioning just right there. Just past the halfway point of the lane was almost too far forward for him.
Yeah, it was, but what that means is that well, you did see Rafa come out looking for the kill. They might be able to get it with the dot damage from the Wisps. He did get the kill, and the Harpies both go to Epsilon Esports as well. And that's a nice setup for them. Left-hand side, Adapting swinging around, looking for Mox.
Well, if the Slug Glory Bound is available to leap on out of that one, it will buy him some distance. They're not going to pursue that one any further. Over to right lane, NQ once again, a full-on Talos Assault. At this point, he only has that tier basic shoes, not much movement speed on those. Once he finishes the boots off, they will be providing a lot more movement speed plus the Heartseeker. He'll be able to escape the couple last ticks of the Talos Assault, but he's still going to take a huge chunk of damage. And Ninja Dimmy right now is sitting on a lot of gold. He can almost pick up a tier 2 item at this point when he goes back. NQ at this point is just like looking for that opportunity to harm. Ninja Dimmy finds him immediately. You can't escape and vanish because you know where he is because of damage numbers.
The pony's going to actually be forcing NQ to use the jump over the wall with his assassinate, so that's on cooldown. Trade ult for ult there, and he's going to lose some minions too, more than likely, as he goes out back to base once again. The thing about Night's Watch's composition here, if you look at it, they're going to have an Athena jungle. Very supportive, it's a guardian. They've also got Hercules, very tanky front line. So their front line is going to be Athena and Hercules. Their late game is all about getting to late game for Loki to get himself online and cause issues. Ullr is pretty much consistent all stages of the game. We wouldn't class him as a hyper carry, but he does what he does well. He's very safe, he's got good burst, and he has the potential to carry a team, but he wouldn't be classed as a hyper hyper carry just because of how he works out in the lane. It's going to be on NQ and this Loki to get to late game before they can really try and make this one work out for them with this Loki pickup. Earthbreaker doesn't connect actually onto Rafa. Driving Strike did. Sorry. The Earthbreaker connected, Driving Strike didn't. Adapting though, around the back, they're going to look for a potential pick here. Nope, disengage.
Yeah, looking for that portal, not able to find it. It's going to be a gold for your call here, potentially. They're grouping up a little bit. Trying to see Ignites Watch. You're going to come over here, see what's going on. Are you rolling Assault Far from Emilito? Going to apply that cripple. Ratatera, though, coming in. Going to be avoided by that Driving Strike as Emilito, with the snipes, gets that kill. They're still looking to fight a little bit, but Night's Watch right now are down 1.
They are down 1, and Carino was trying to go aggressive there. He did have the Kraken available, but the fast rotation from Adapting puts that one away. Epsilon now starting up this Gold Fury, and you can see they're not really in a position to defend this now. Zindern is here with Hog 1 available right now. Hog 1 on the side of the boys of Epsilon here too, so there's not going to be too much. They're going to have to be very careful about trying to go for that without having the secure of the Wrath of the Gods.
Indeed. Gold Fury has been reset over in the right lane. At this point, I believe NQ is actually able to clear these minion waves in one decoy. We'll see that in just a second. You see him just immediately Ninja Dimmy like takes a step forward. NQ's oh, I'm going back to my tower. Relax, Ninja Dimmy. I don't want to fight you still. NQ though, his Heartseeker is about to be fully stacked, so he has that going for him right now. But Ninja Dimmy is constantly zoning him out to this tower. The matchup's about to get a little bit easier for him, but he still has to be so careful.
So at the moment in the game, it's a good situation for Epsilon Esports at the moment. It's up to the Night's Watch to try and hold on and find a pick potential. But Epsilon have answered back every single time so far. And a rotation from Zindern here to support NQ will allow NQ to get another wave of experience. But I don't see much more than that for now.
Ninja Dimmy also probably looking to go into a Mystical Mail, which means more damage coming out from him, plus a bit of extra physical protection and health, which will be nice up against a 3 physical god team. Is going to help out quite a bit. He might look for the Steel right here. Cover charge available. He's not going to get there in time, but 1v2, he doesn't actually want to commit to a fight entirely, but he is not concerned or worried about these guys in the slightest at this moment.
No, not at the moment. 10 minutes in, though. Harpies are currently down. No Gold Fury has been done by either team just yet. We're just waiting places. In there, though, with a ton onto Yaman in mid lane. Going to get a little bit of poke, but no potential for follow-up just now. And everyone's just going to go back to farm as the red buffs are both available on either side.
Indeed. Rotation coming around this side. They might potentially just look to go back to base. Maybe get Yaman his damage buff. Thought they might have been trying to poke the nose over the Gold Fury. That was not the case this time around. So teleports are online right now for the Soul Landers. They are off cooldown as well, so if they look for fight, both of them will be able to teleport in and join the party. But for now, like I said, Harpies are down, Gold Fury is up, but a little bit of a lull. They're kind of just waiting, looking for the opportunity to find something. If they realize that Zindern has gone back to base, they might look to start a forced fight over here. But for now,
I love to pick up what we see coming out from Ninja Dimmy here. Looks like he's going for Mystical Mail. Left hand side though, aggression. Looking for it. They're going to find the pull onto Moex, which is going to force the Zindern ultimate to disengage. Wolf of Elo Street is here. Astral Barrage though.
Second shot will not hit third. Could still find a kill. Not going to connect. Moex survives that fight. Raffer does get pulled in by Taunt. Driving Strike into the wall as well. He is low. Wisps are not yet off cooldown. Boulder bounce off the wall. Going to find a double bounce plus a hail of arrows from Moex.
Oh, hail.
That kill. And he's going
to
hail. Glory bound out to safety. Wolf also low right now. Unstable Vortex hit. One more attack from Ailey. Could find his kill. It will be good. Teleport coming in.
NQ's coming. But can NQ actually find anything with this? With the assassin? Yes, he will. He'll go straight to Emilito and annihilate him. Adapting is here though, but Adapting has to back away now as they've done as slow they can. Ninja Dimmy chose not to teleport over here, not because he couldn't. Sorry, not because he could, but because he couldn't. His teleport was on cooldown. NQ abused his teleport timings there to get himself in a position. Dimmy actually pushed out mid lane instead there to put the pressure on. Good little engagement for Night's Watch there, winning that one out.
Yeah. As things stand right now over that Soul Lane, things have pretty much stabilized. NQ is able to safely farm just with one decoy. He still has to be careful because with that Mystical Mail online, it's a kind of Loki locate. What? It's a Loki locator.
A Loki locator. I like that one. On top of that, like he's already doing damage with Teller Assault as well. He's just doing extra damage. He's going to be more of a frontline, healthy, tanky target that's going to be able to tack up these tower shots like he's taking now. Did get Earthbreaker, but with a quick conviction heal, it ends up being Wolf of Elo Street that eats most of the damage. Pull from Rafa onto Zindern. Not going to find more than that for now, though, as they all go back to farming. That little skirmish has started with Epsilon Esports going aggressive, turned nicely for Night's Watch, and Gold Fury has begun now.
Epsilon are looking for this one. It has been started, like I said. Getting brought very low very quickly. Nobody is nearby right now. That one was free. Mid lane, Ninja Dimmy just kind of saying hi to Poseidon. See what's going on, but Rapper has a different opinion on this one. Kraken drop down, trying to stop this kill from going. Ninja Dimmy just kill the kill with the last charge of Cavalry Assault. Boulder not gonna connect. But Loki's nearby, says, hello, good sir. It's time for some revenge for that bullying in the solo lane. Haha, I killed you. Deal with it.
Yep, Loki just managed to pick up a kill for himself. This is good news, though, for Night's Watch. NQ starting to get himself going now. Starting to catch up on gold a little bit against Ninja Dimmy, who still has around 1,200 gold in the advantage right now. And they're going to find both mid-harpies for themselves, too, which is going to bring the golden experience down a little bit more, even though they did just lose that Gold Fury.
Left side, they were looking for Emily 2. A lot of damage put up on Melix. The taunt from Zinder did not connect, however. That did mean Emily 2 was getting that one alive. Word battle going on. Roots going on, all the things. Ward battle does go to Raffer. Not really much to ward over right now, just some vision of the jungle in that particular area. Right side, speed buffs have respawned. Zit adapting, picking that up. Mid lane, rotation's just starting to come out. It's going to be Zinder and heading for his own as well.
So 13.5 minutes in, Gold Fury is still down right now, and it's just back to farming once again. I mean, honestly, this is what the game plan kind of is from Night's Watch. Try and wait for NQ to get himself going, get his build online. He's looking for Jotuns so he can get the penetration going and start being able to assassinate these targets. His focus will be on Yamin and Emelito as well to try and put the pressure on. But Ninja Dimmy, he's already got himself pretty strong here. Looks like he's working on Jotuns next up for himself, so he's going to get extra penetration online, which will cause a lot of issues.
Indeed. So once again, another Dynasty Plane Helmet coming out. This time on Athena. Bit of an unusual item, not a common one we see picked up, but it's pretty cheap. It's kind of like the, I guess, I don't want to say mage equivalent of Ninja Fall almost, but it's nice and cheap. Offers some useful stats. Ooh, Emilidu actually going to kill him. Wolf Shoot left side. And Athena coming in as well, looking to counter engage over here. Yeah, I'm going straight through the portal, saying he wants nothing more to do with this fight. Ninja Dimmy, though, is deep behind enemy lines. He probably better get it safely as the cavalry charge if he needs it, but he's running in circles for a brief moment. Looking for Zindern, going to find the stun. His reinforcements arrive.
Yeah, they're going to find the reinforcements and put the pressure onto him and cause a big issue. He's actually going to drop down there as well. So Yamin takes out Zindern there with the unstable vortex.
Still a little bit of a fight going on. They're collapsing and looking for Raffer and Emily 2 in the left lane. Stun connects on the Raffer. He is very slow. He has good crowd control, but it's not looking like it's going to be enough. Perennial does secure that kill. Sylvanus.
That's one of the things you're going to see with Sylvanus, right, is that he has an issue with mobility, and up against a Poseidon can pretty much crack him every time and confirm damage onto him, almost 100%, because the Whirlpool will slow him. But going to see more of an engagement here. Adapting really wants to go deep for Carino here. They might be able to find him.
Indeed, they're looking for. Can they find this one in the back that they might just be chasing a little too far? Ninja Damien's like, oh, it's NQ. Let me Talos assault you again for lots and lots of damage before I run off into the sunset. Not to be seen until the next fight. Left side of the jungle, though.
Oh, don't find it, and again, driving strike into the wall for Emelito. He will survive for now as Indo rotates in. He could potentially find a kill hit. Good double taunt. The beads from Emelito is good, but the damage from Zindern and that shield wall is enough to confirm it. If you build damage on Athena, you're going to deal it.
Oh, without a doubt. Athena has surprisingly large numbers of scaling late game. With the full build, she's going to be building some hybrid stuff like we already see the Dynasty Plane Helmet, the Void Stone picked up, and things like that. So it's not a full-on glass cannon, all the damage in the world type of build. However, it's still going to be a surprisingly large amount. I believe the Defender of Olympus has 90% scaling. That plus the base value of 750, it's going to hurt if they can connect that damage late game. And with people like Hercules and Loki potentially, an assassinate with an Athena on your back to drop down immediately on that assassinate is literally just going to remove somebody from the map in just a split second like that. They'll be gone completely.
So at the moment, we're back to farming again, 16 minutes in. This is still balanced on a knife edge for both these two teams. As we all know, Epsilon Esports have already qualified themselves through to getting themselves that top position finish. However, Night's Watch are really after points in. You can see they're trying to fight as hard as they can here to stay in contention in this game. They're still down a bit of a deficit here at the moment, but it's still not over. One Gold Fury, one Deicide could potentially swing this game backwards in the opponent's favor. NQ under pressure again on this right hand side, eating a lot of poke Mystical Mail. NQ's going to go re-aggressive here and it's going to force the cavalry charge out from Ninja Dimmy, defensively used there after using Warrior's Will to disengage from Zindern.
Yep, it's unfortunately for Ninja Dimp at this point, he can no longer just deny them the kill opportunity. They can look for it, they can look for these setups. NQ has caught back up level-wise. This next wave of minions kill at 17 as well. It's rough. Earlier back, even 5-10 minutes ago, Ninja Dimmy was like saying, hey guys, it's 2v1, and you're not even going to attempt to kill me. Now they're actually looking to step these kills. Adapting does provide a little bit of support, but they're going to get disengaged. You know, it's not worth fighting him in the duel lane. Gold Fury will be up in a little bit. Teleport's going to be in line for the solo laners once again, so I expect we'll see a little bit of grouping here in just a moment on the other side of the map, but for now, they're content just to farm, push back and forth, and just chill in the solo lane. It's a nice lovely little island. Apparently the volcano is active at the moment, but yeah, nevertheless, it's a nice little island.
Well, Century War battles started over at the Gold Fury side now, and once again Epsilon are going to start this one up. Wolf of Elo Street is in the area with Moex and Carino here, and with Athena ulting in onto Wolf of Elo Street, they might be able to find something. Earthbreaker misses, as does the taunt does connect from Zindan, but the root passive from Rafa really kicks in and caused an issue for them. That ult's on cooldown now, and Adaptin's going to get time to rotate back over here and cause some issues and turn this into a 4v4. There's an engagement from Adaptin.
They're going in for Carino. The back is very low. Good Wrath Terror found 4 members of the Night's Watch. The health bars are just dropping. Moex finds a kill to answer back front. Emilito finds Wolf as well. Those snipes, always something to watch out for. So health bars are now Night's Watch. Can't really look to stick around here too much longer, but they're looking to close around the back. Emilito's not done.
Yeah, Emilito comes around the back. He was actually trying to find that pick out to Carino, but Ninja Dimmy with the cavalry charge stuns Zindan into a world of hurt. Going to bring him down. Dimmy able to tank up for days. Finds himself a double kill and still tanking strong. NQ comes in with the assassinate, but it's not a lot of damage for himself and ends up eating more than he wanted to. Dimmy may go down. No, Warriors will save him for now.
Yep, NQ low in the middle of this fight is going to be able to disengage, vanish. That little extra protection right there saved his life. Carino as well going to be forced to go back to base. There's a ton of wards right now on the left side of this map by the Night's Watch. Epsilon not going to be caring about them the slightest. Emilito can tank that up happily. Nobody can get over to the other side of the map in time to actually stop. Loki could pop in on a ward. It does have teleport available, but if it's envisioned, they can just take the ward down before he teleports in.
They're taking a little while here. Sylvanus did just blink those to get in range. Yeah, that's secured. There we go. The blink over from Rafa was smart, and Yamin just doing zoning duty there. He doesn't mind taking a little bit of poke damage. He will just disengage with a teleport. That's all she wrote for that Gold Furies. Epsilon Esports secure that for themselves and get themselves out of dodge before reinforcements for Night's Watch re-arrive. 8,000 experience now, just under 6,000 gold.
Of all the players in the Challenger Cup, I would not be surprised if Ninja Dimmy has the most damage taken and mitigated of any player in the Challenger Cup on average per game. He is constantly playing these big tanky warriors. He's always in the front line. He is not afraid whatsoever of just taking all the damage. Oh,
well, talk about guys taking damage. He's going to give some out at the same time here, getting hit by a taunt. Carino's here. That Whirlpool does miss. Dimmy's actually going to use Conviction of Warrior's Will to reposition, and Cavalry Charge comes out. He's still going in though. Yep. 3v1. Through
space and time, right across the map. Adapting's going to be taking those portals as well. They're going to disengage. They were a little too far off. The tower plus like the entire Night's Watch lineup. Maybe still a little more than Ninja Dimmy wants to be tanking up. But with that, Gold Fury is down, mid-harpies are down. A little bit of a grouping by Epsilon. They're looking to potentially find picks on the Night's Watch in the jungle, but going into this is first seed going up against third seed team right now. There's big points on the line. Epsilon are guaranteed a spot in the SPL Summer Qualifiers right now. Night's Watch are still fighting for points. They're not locked in any way, shape, or form. They need these points so badly, so a win here would be huge for these guys, and they're fighting well up against the first seed.
They are doing well, but this is a team Night's Watch have only come onto the forefront in the Challengers Cup. They've been together now, I believe it's 6 weeks literally, and this is their 6th week of competition in the Challenger. Actually, it might be 7 weeks actually, maybe a little bit incorrect there, but about 7 weeks they've been together and they're starting to put things together. You can see by their lineup that they're very experienced players for the most part. NQ been on Cloud9 before, big name Zindan, been on multiple teams. Carino was on Coast, Rip Coast. Moex was on Mortality for a while there too, so a lot of big names on their side, and they're just starting to gel well together. They're still struggling though against Epsilon this game, because Epsilon a very dominant team right now. As you can see, Emilito going aggressive on Moex on this left hand side.
Yep, on the right hand side. NQ again. And Ninja Dimmy has just decided that it is his island over there in the solo lane, and that NQ is not allowed. NQ shows up, and Ninja Dimmy's like, no, I am going to Tal's assault you until you leave. And every single time, NQ has to go back to base. Cavalry Charge coming out right side, looking for the stun to Zindan, and they may not be able to find this kill. Teleport coming in from Loki right now, as Hercules rotates over as well. That will force us to disengage. Yemen's waiting nearby, but left side of the jungle. Adapting's trying to box it out with Carino. Kraken gonna be absorbed by that shield.
Gotta come. Yeah, it was absorbed because obviously the knock-up stops the shield from actually going through. Carino will live for now, as a disengage did happen on right. Emilito still forming up this left-hand side for the most part. Crazy little skirmishes going on, but no one really dying. Both respecting each other's damage potential and getting out before it gets too rough to answer. NQ, Wolf of Elo Street trying to rotate mid, but Rafa's going to see this coming.
Indeed, he's going to spot out NQ, do a little bit of damage. Sylvanus he's not necessarily known for his damage. Left side, Emilito's boxing back and forth with Moex quite well, doing a lot of damage to that tower. Moex trying to do the can. If a stun connects, he could look for an engagement here, but it will not adapt. Zindan rather has arrived. Rolling Salt immediately taunted back in though.
Yeah, Foster beads as well. But Emilito wants to trade this one back out. He's not backing up. Pop the sprint. Re-aggressing. He knows he's got backup with Yamin and adapting coming in. He's not scared. Astral Barrage to buy time now for his team to turn up with the slows. Zindern is going to fall to Yamin before the last snipe hit from Emilito. And a good play from Emilito, relying on his teammates to turn up precisely when they needed to.
The benefit of the Astral Barrage right there. It's going to be a tier 1 tower for those guys as well. They could look for the tier 2. Blink grab, not going to connect. Moek's able to dodge out of that. Earthbreaker, however, will. Wrath Terror finds Wolf Yoshi, put in the portal. The burst damage coming out. Yemen picks up that kill. Enku in the middle list right now. Not a good spot.
Oh, he's going to find a kill, though. He actually assists with Moek's getting another one and get out. But the cavalry charges here. Pony power coming online from Ninja Dimmy to slow them down the back. Good Kraken coming out, but Warriors will saves the day. Adapting, he will go down to the tower shot of that. Moek's still trying to fight against these 3 members here, but he's not going to be able to do too much. Carino disengages here, going to farm up mid lane. He's too low to go back in again. And with the sustain from Dimmy, they can dive this again on Moek's.
The portal did miss. It's going to buy Moek's hum, but here comes Zindern back from the dead, looking to find some revenge. Raffer going to get caught by the shield wall, and the taunt is going to be a lot of damage coming from the Athena shield wall, but not enough. Raffer will survive. Wisp's going to be healing away, plus the conviction coming out of Guan Yu. There is currently no anti-healing online against a team of 2 healers. There's a creepier curse online. Will likely be a weakening curse soon.
It'll be a weakening curse.
Yeah.
It will be a weakening curse soon. I mean, it's coming, but at the same time, you can see Wolf of Velo Street is pretty far behind right now. In terms of gold compared to Rafa, he did go for Vanguard at the start, so he's not getting that Watcher's gift that he'd like. Also, you know, he's just 0-5. He's had a rough lane. He's still managed to do a good job of only staying 2 levels down on Rafa, considering they've lost 2 Gold Furies as well. So he's not done too bad, but he's also not got his sovereignty online here. Be patient though. Eventually, he will start reaching this stronger frontline Hercules that we're used to seeing. Just had a rough game so far.
Indeed. So speed buff is spawning on the right-hand side. Night's Watch cleaning that up. Ninja Dimmy doing a whole bunch of counter warding. There's a lot of sentry wards placed down on this map right now. Both these teams want to make sure the other team does not have vision. I'm surprised there's actually not a few more on the side of Night's Watch right now, but they haven't been back to base in a little bit.
Moek's loses the trade with Emilito, has to dash away. Good driving strike from Wolf of Velo Street to disengage Rafa from following up, but now he gets focused by Emilito as well. Through space attack comes out, does not connect, but it looks like Zindern is in trouble.
He is. He will get picked up. Rafa secures that kill. Carino now in a spot trouble, but Loki is on the back of Emilito. Not going to find a whole lot of damage on that one. Carino looking to be chased down. Ninja Dimmy not going to pursue that too far. Going over to Moek's instead, but the glory bound across the wall will get him out safely. Yemen does find that kill onto Carino in the mid lane, so another kill picked up by Epsilon in that one, 2-0. And they're going to be looking here for something, possibly a fire giant. They're heading over to that side of the map.
Yeah, they've got the opportunity to do this. Wolf of Velo Street should recognize this, along with Moek's. Zindern's going to be down for 20 seconds, so if they can stall for a few and get Zindern in, he could potentially ult back into this fight. But it depends how long this fire giant's going to live for, because it's already at 50%.
It is already dropping rapidly. Reinforcements are here. Yemen doing a good job zoning. Wolf of Elo Street not getting anywhere close to that fight. Adapting, and Yemen just more than he could handle. Was that also the Divine Judgment popped? No. That was just the burst coming out from Janus, pretty much.
Yeah, Janus isn't as... Well, I mean, he's got Book of Thoth, Chronos Pendant, and Obsidian Shard rank 2, which is called Spell Focus, which does give you magical penetration, 22% magical penetration, which isn't so bad. And now they're going to be able to bring down this tier 2 tower with the Fire Giant online for themselves too. Epsilon is starting to get full control of this game.
So yeah, right now, looking to clean up these last remaining tier 2 towers. Emily just split pushing on the right-hand side of this map. Left side, with that double healing coming online from the Conviction and the Wisps, plus that Fire Giant regen, they are not concerned about damage coming from these towers in the slightest. A lot of gold in hand. They'll probably be looking to go back to base, maybe pick up the Gold Fury on the way, buy some items, and then look to start the siege onto the Phoenixes. It's going to be a rough defense for the Night's Watch. They have their front line is kind of weak at the moment. Hercules is not really online as far as being tanky is concerned. Athena building those hybrid defense items. She's a front liner, but she's not the front line.
Now, there's one thing to mention about Epsilon this week that I actually didn't even notice until just now, and I didn't realize it. The Yamin and Emilito switch roles. I didn't even notice that until just now. Yamin's been the hunter player for Epsilon Esports for the longest time. Emilito's been the mid laner. Emilito did play previously in the hunter position for them before their acquisition of Yamin, but now Yamin is the mid laner, and it's Emilito back to the hunter role. Not even noticed that until now, and I'm really worried about any team that has to come up against Epsilon Esports when it comes to the qualifications, because they're going to have a rough time. It'll be a best of 5, whoever they're against, but they're looking so strong right now. I don't see any team being able to compete with them.
It's going to be rough, to say the least. I mean, this is last week Yemen wasn't here, but the week before that he was on the 80 carry role. So he's very comfortable mid, both him and Emilito doing very good in their new respective roles. And as they look to kind of start closing this game out right now, they have a nice strong 14,000 gold lead. They have that Fire Giant buff for another 2 minutes 50 seconds. They're going to be looking to group up here. They're just clearing out the jungle, making sure they can get whatever possibly they can for free. And once they look to group up, I don't necessarily know if Night's Watch will be able to hold on against that burst coming out from Yemen, not to mention just the other guys in Epsilon Esports as well.
Well, split push is happening right now with the Fire Giant still online for a little bit more time left hand side. It's being sieged, as so is mid, and Dimmy's pushing up the right, so all 3 lanes. Zindan trying to go aggressive, trying to find a taunt. Not going to find it on adapting there. That's going to be a disengage for now. Just going to wait for Zindan's cooldown to come up again, which will be another about 8 seconds time. Keep an eye on that one.
Ninja Dimmy, NQ, the match with Sentry still continuing over there in the right lane. He's not going to be able to take that tower on his own, but it did draw off Wolf of Eel Street. This could be an opportunity right now on the left side for Epsilon to go in. Emilitu getting a solo kill in that left lane.
Yeah, and so is Dimmy. Dimmy's getting a solo kill to Wolf of Elo Street on the right-hand side as well. Now the left-hand Phoenix is going to fall, and there's not a lot Night's Watch can do with only 3 members remaining apart from watch their Phoenixes fall to the wayside. Mid one is about to drop 2 thanks to the minion wave being pushed in as well. And now through space and time is channeled. Epsilon are lucky to end.
Zindan going for him, finding a nice taunt, finding some shield wall damage, but Ram was up in the air already. Loki coming in now as well. Does get a pick onto Yemen, but it is now only Moex left standing. It's going to take an absolutely massive defense. He's staying alive with the help of that fountain, but it's not going to be enough. The crits coming out from Emilito, able to go past that fountain regen. With everybody on respawn now for another couple seconds, the Titan will fall. Epsilon Esports are going to take this a victory in the semifinals and move on to the finals for the 6th week in a row. Night's Watch put up a good fight early, but they just could not hold on to it.
Well, they're going to be up against the next opposition for the 3rd, 4th place matchup. They'll be looking for 3rd for those 40 points if they can find them to secure themselves a decent 3rd spot advantage right now. They'll either be up against Spicy Waffles or Elo Fishers for that one. Elo Fishers, one of those teams that are also in contention. We're seeded 6th with 105 points this week, so they have a chance to boost their rankings too and potentially overtake the Broncos and Aces Club this week. We'll see how that plays out for them. But coming up next will be Epsilon Esports in the final up against probably Spicy Waffles or Elo Fishers. We'll find out soon as to who wins that one. We'll be back in a moment.